Hello, my name is Richana Ajiganta with NPM 1946041014. This time, I will discuss case of the coronavirus in Indonesia. A positive case of COVID-19 in Indonesia was first detected on March 2, 2020, when two people were confirmed to be infected by a Japanese national. As of April 9, the pandemic has spread to 34 provinces, with DKI Jakarta, East Java, and West Java as the province most exposed to the coronavirus in Indonesia. As of October 29, 2020, Indonesia has reported 404,048 positive cases, ranking the second most in Southeast Asia after the Philippines. In terms of mortality, Indonesia is in the third rank in Asia with 13,701 deaths. However, the death rate is estimated to be much higher than the data reported because there are no cases of death with acute COVID-19 symptoms that have not been confirmed or tested. Meanwhile, it was announced that 329,000 people had recovered, leaving 60,500 cases currently being treated. On March, the government issued 5 main protocols related to COVID-19, namely health protocol, communication protocol, border surveillance protocol, educational institution are protocols, and public area and transportation protocol. Starting March, travel restrictions were extended to South Korea, Italy, and Iran. Migrants from these three countries must have a valid health certificate. Even though tourists from South Korea are restricted, Indonesia still allows flights from that country. Temperature scanners are set up at least 135 gauges at airports and ports, and more than 100 hospitals are set up with isolation rooms. Starting March 4, MRT Jakarta also scans the temperature of passengers entering the station and does not grant access to those with high fever. After the first victim died, the Indonesian government admitted that it had difficulty detecting import cases at the airport, conducting contact tracing, and also the location history for each case. The Indonesian government plans to convert the site on Galang Island, which was previously used as a refuge camp for Vietnam asylum seekers, into a 1,000-bed medical facility dedicated to dealing with the coronavirus pandemic and other infectious diseases. On March 20, on March 13, the Indonesian government appointed 132 COVID-19 referral hospital throughout Indonesia. On the same day, Presiden Jokowi issues Presidential Decree Number 7 of 2020, cornering the task force, the acceleration of handling COVID-19, with the head of National Disaster Management Agency, or BNPB, as chairman of the group. On March 14, the Indonesian government declared the coronavirus pandemic is a national disaster. On March 15, Jokowi asked all Indonesia to practice social distancing to slow the spread of COVID-19 in Indonesia. The Indonesian Ministry of State-Owned Enterprise, or BUMN, also instruct its employees aged 50 years and over to work at home. On March 16, Minister of Administrative Reform and Bureaucratic Reform Cahyo Kumolo allowed the State Civil Apparatus, or ASN, to work from home as needed. In a limited cabinet meeting on March 19, 2020, President Jokowi decided that the government would import a coronavirus rapid test kit. Of the 1 million needs, as many as 500,000 rapid blood test kits have been imported by BUMN PT RNI from China, and have entered Indonesia gradually since Thursday, March 20. A rapid test kit with a sample is also ordered by the Swiss government, which will arrive at the end of March 2020. On March 20, 2020, the government ordered 2 million vegan drugs, after previously as many as 5,000 had already been ordered in advance. Apart from Avigan, the government also ordered 3 million chloroquine. The pharmaceutical BUMN, namely PT RNI, will produce 7 million masks, which will be available by the end of March 2020. Meanwhile, temporary hospital facilities are also being prepared. The Patra Comfort Hotel, with a capacity of 52 beds, has also been converted into a hospital. Pertamina Jaya Hospital is preparing an old building for patient care with a capacity of 65 beds, and Wisma Athlete on March 23, 2020, prepared on time to become the Wisma Athlete Corona Emergency Hospital, and on March 20, 26, 2020, it was reported that it was treating 208 patients with a capacity of around 300 patients. Apart from the above effort, the government has also made several major policies, namely large-scale social restriction to protect citizens from the risk of transmission. President Jokowi uses a regulation on large-scale social restriction through Government Regulation Number 21 of 2020 concerning large-scale social restriction, or PSBB, and came into effect on April 1, 2020. Regional government wishing to implement PSBB in their regions must pass approval central government. The mechanism and indicators for implementing the PSBB at the regional level are regulated in detail in Minister of Health Regulation Number 9 2020 concerning guidelines for large-scale social restriction in the context of accelerating handling of COVID-19. The first province to apply for the PSBB was DKI Jakarta, which has the highest corona-affected area. The DKI Jakarta PSBB application was approved by the Minister of Health Agus Terawan with the Minister of Health the decree regarding the PSBB in the DKI Jakarta province in the context of the acceleration of handling COVID-19, which was seen on April 7, 2020. This decree of the Minister of Health was then followed by the decree the government of DKI Jakarta concerning the implementation of large-scale social restriction or PSBB in handling coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 in DKI Jakarta province. DKI government Anies Baswedan signed the decision on April 9, 2020. The implementation of the Jakarta PSBB lasts for 10 days from April 10, 24, 2020. With this PSBB, the DKI Jakarta government hopes that the prevention of COVID-19 transmission will be more effective because there are strict sanctions for those who violate the Jakarta PSBB submission, followed by the Tangerang, Depok, Bogor, and Bekasi area. This submission was made by the relevant government on April 11, 2020. A day later, the Minister of Health issued two decrees to approve the implementation of the PSBB in this area. The first rules is the decree of Minister of Health concerning the establishment of large-scale social restriction in Bogor Regency, Bogor City, Depok City, Bekasi Regency, and Bekasi City, West Java Province, in order to accelerate the handling of coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. Meanwhile, the second rules is the ministerial decree concerning the establishment of large-scale social restriction in Tangerang Regency, Tangerang City, and South Tangerang City, Banten Province in order to accelerate the handling of coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 by the end of April. 3 province and 16 districts and cities had submitted and implemented the PSBB. The 3 provinces are DKI Jakarta, West Sumatra, and West Java. The 16 districts or cities that have implemented the PSBB are Bogor, Depok, Bekasi, South Tangerang, Pekanbaru, Makassar, Tegal, Bandung, West Bandung, Sumedang, and Cimahi. Next up is the new normal. It cannot be denied that existence of restriction on community activities. Indonesia economic growth tend to stagnate. Early June 2020, the World Bank projected that Indonesia economic growth would be 0% by 2020. In fact, in the worst case scenario, Indonesia economic growth could even be minus 30%. In order to prevent Indonesia economic situation from becoming increasingly unfavorable, the government has begun to see the possibility of relaxing social restriction. In closed meeting on 27 May 2020, President Jokowi asked the public to disseminate the new normal planning protocol. That all I can say. I'm sorry if there are shortcomings. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.